gonna be tough, but I'll do it. I ain't no bitch.
I feel like you said the exact same words when you went and saw Morbius.
Yeah, it's kind of the same feeling. It's like I could do this.
I could do this. It's not for everybody.
I can do this, but I did it.
You did do it.
I did it.
You got through it.
And listen, here's the thing: the world's being mean to this movie.
Yeah, there was being mean to Jared Leto.
And,
I feel like,
and I think it's now just a bandwagon-y thing
to
hate on Morbius.
Yeah, like this hate bandwagon that
Yeah,
happens
it's
not
like-
just with Morbius either. Just
yeah. So whoever like started it, it's like the cool thing. Like nobody's gonna admit that they like this movie because you're not cool if you do that. I like this movie. It was fine.
Yeah, what's wrong with this?
It wasn't
movie?
the worst movie ever. But my thing is they had so much time to get things done. They had they had everything they needed, so there was no excuses.
I see.
As to why this movie was kind of boring.
Should have been much better.
It felt sloppy.
Really?
And I just didn't care about Morbius. Like, to me, he just wasn't an interesting character.
Dang.
Like, the idea of it, like the science and like that stuff, like that
was cool.
Was interesting. But it just, like, the villain was terrible. The villain was just another Morbius.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's kind of lame.
I didn't even know that.
Like, and I guess the real villain is the disease he's fighting.
Oh, man.
That's what they wanted us to think.
All right.
But then...
Was there a villain shown in the trailer?
No.
I don't think I remember there even being a villain.
Super spoiler then. Yeah. The villain is just his brother that takes the same serum and becomes a vampire.
Also, like
and then
him.
he has to fight him. And I'm like, oh, so it's just...
Does his brother also have a disease that's killing him?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So he essentially finds the cure for the disease.
Gotcha.
Takes this serum that turns him into a vampire and heals him.
Okay.
And then his brother's like, well, give it to me too. And he's like, no, it's not. Like, it's not normal. It's not healing me. It's turning me into something else. He's like, I don't care. I don't want to be sick anymore.
Gotcha.
So his brother's like, no, I'm not going to let you do it. So his brother then goes and takes it. And then he's like, no. He's like, screw you. He's like, look at all this power I have. This is healing.
Yeah.
But, like vampires, they have to feed on blood. And the fake blood that he has is running out. So the only alternative is human blood.
Is this Blade? What is happening?
Like
what is happening?
So he's like, no, I can't. Like, until I can figure this out, I don't want you killing people. And his brother goes out and kills people to get their blood.
What is the movie saying about, I guess, when you take this serum, does it, like, if you're not strong-minded, then it can take you over? Is it sort of like a Venom situation? Like it brings out the worst in you? So was his brother not a good person beforehand?
No, his brother, they were both good people. Like, they were both just sick people trying to find a cure.
So why does his brother turn evil?
Because his brother is essentially telling him, hey, this isn't a cure. You become a monster. And his brother's like, I'm not a monster. I'm the most powerful thing I've ever been. Like, nobody can tell me. Because they can't walk. They weren't able to walk all their lives. They were sickly. They were always in bed.
Oh, okay.
He's like, look at me. He's like, I'm a freak of nature. I'm the strongest I've ever been my whole life.
Right.
Like, you're not going to take this from me. But they need blood to run.
And
they
so
need
that's
blood to survive.
One uses a fake blood. One uses a
real blood.
All right.
So he's going out killing people. This isn't even a very good review. But no.
Well, I mean, I'm just curious about why. I mean, again, I know the movie wasn't good. It wasn't well received, and even those that
and the movie was fun. Like, it was fun enough to, like, for me to sit through. Like, I didn't walk out of the theater like, wow, I just wasted my money. Like, thanks a lot, guys. Like, blah blah blah.
But it had like a 17% or something
and
crazy,
it's not
right?
That bad. Like, that's saying the movie is a bag of shit, a bag of dog shit, whatever you want to call it.
And it's not.
And the movie's not a bag of shit. It's just not good.
Yeah.
Like, for me, there's like no rewatchability. Like, I don't have any desire to watch it again.
Which is a bad thing. Yeah.
But if someone's like, hey, go with me, see it, I'd be like I could do it again.
You could if you had to.
Someone's like, I'll buy your ticket, you go for free.
Well,
you go for free for this movie, you go again.
And I guess
I'll watch it again for free, but I'm never paying.
You're not going to pay money to see it again.
I'm not buying the steelbook of it.
Nothing.
Like, nothing.
No further investments in this movie.
No, but the movie was not the worst. I've seen worse movies this year. And people were saying
Well-
it's the worst movie they've ever seen in their lives.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm like, calm down. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Like there were there was some cool stuff when he would get vampired up. You know, when he first does the treatment and he like kills everybody that they show in the
there's
trailer.
some cool
like,
shots.
That was kind of cool. Like the science behind it. Like,
Yeah.
They did a lot of Batman stuff because of the sounds of bats. I'm like, this is just
That's cool.
sounds ripped out of a Batman movie.
Well, whatever. I'll allow
whatever.
it. Sure.
Whatever. But no, the movie's not 17% bad. It's 40% bad, 45%.
Well,
And everybody gets so caught up in the Rotten Tomatoes
right.
scores.
That's true.
For me, it's just a base. If I look at a movie at 17%, I'm like, wow, everybody hated this. This movie could be very bad.
Yeah.
But it's never going to turn. If the movie's 1%, I'm not going to see it and be like, well, I'm not going to watch it then.
Right.
You still need to watch it. And I still
because-
recommend you watch it.
Well, and I when it hits
don't run out to the
streaming,
theater.
I will, but I'm definitely not going to go pay money to see this movie. Definitely not going to make time to go and see this movie when there's so much good stuff coming out.
No
But
need to.
What I was going to say is that it's a funny situation that you get put in when you're like, okay, this movie is bad, but it's not so bad. It's not as bad as all these other people are saying. So you find yourself defending a not good movie, even though it's not good, but
I can defend it.
but it's not as bad as what people are saying. So
No, because
you're like in a weird spot of like, because you gave it to be fair, I guess, to those low
I gave it
ratings.
like a 5.
Yeah, you did give it a low rating.
Yeah, so if I'm grading it like a test
Right,
at
exactly.
school,
It failed.
It failed. It got a 50%. It got half of the questions right.
Exactly.
And I would probably say half of the movie was like, okay.
Half of it was good.
That
Yeah.
was fine. That was cool.
But that's
Whatever.
that's a good way to look at it and say, okay, did it pass? No, it did not pass.
No, it did not
And
pass.
you understand it didn't pass, but did it? But yeah, they studied a little bit, just not that much. They missed half of the test. Did they miss 75% of the test? Did they miss 85%? No, they didn't miss 85%.
And people are out there, this is the biggest bag of garbage I've ever seen.
Which is
and I'm
not
like,
true.
you're just bandwagoning now. Like, that's what you're doing.
Right.
Because the movie's really not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not that
That's
bad.
good to know. But I'll check it out when it hits streaming. I don't think that.
I don't think anybody I'm super close to said that same thing.
Well,
Like, nobody I've talked to is like, dude, you liked it? What's wrong with you?
yeah.
Everyone that I know personally was kind of like the same thing. Like, yeah,
Like it was there.
fine.
It
Like,
was there.
I guess, man. Like, we all, the few, 3, 4 of us could agree that like the first Venom was way better.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh,
Is this better
like,
than Let There Be Carnage?
I like Let There Be Carnage was more fun.
Than this.
Like, there's like that's gonna be the comparison to a lot, but like Carnage and Venom fought.
which is
That takes
cool.
a
Yeah.
ton of points for
That's
me.
true.
Regardless of the movie being bad.
I guess that's true. That was a cool scene.
Sweet. Like,
Yeah.
that's so cool to me. But I mean, it would probably be like Venom 1, Let There Be Carnage,
And Morbius.
Those
Okay.
are the 3 out right now for Sony?
I think so. Like besides Spider-Man movies, yeah.
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 So it would be that. Venom 1, Venom 2, Morbius. Is how I
Well,
would
was
do
there a Marvel logo in front of this?
it. Well, in association with.
Oh,
It's not an
okay.
MCU
Right.
movie.
That's why I was wondering because
Yeah.
I wonder how people are kind of categorizing this. And I know
But
Sony's trying to do their own
the
thing.
Sony people are like, well, it's Sony, so that's why. That's not why.
Yeah.
This movie's not a bad movie because of Sony.
Right.
It's a bad movie because it got pushed back, it got delayed.
Well, they did have issues
They
making it.
they had issues. Like, it was a whole thing.
And they couldn't get the story straight as to where they wanted to. I really truly believe when this movie got made, because it was like filmed in like 2017.
Yeah, it's filmed a
Right.
long time ago.
So I really truly feel at that time, whenever they filmed the movie, they did not have their Spider-Man storyline straight.
No.
Right? They were like, are we doing Sinister Six or not? You know, what way are we going with
Yeah,
Spider-Man?
and they didn't know. They still don't know. The cutscene was awful. Like,
Yeah.
it was so bad.
And that's
It was so bad.
And it's
And
supposed
that
to
was a
be-
super last minute thing.
right. Yeah,
They're like, cool, guys, we're done. Everyone have a good night. You know, we'll see, when we start the press tour, everything's, oh, shit, we didn't do a cut. Wait. It'll take 5 minutes, I swear.
Yeah.
And it took them 5 minutes to do it. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay.
filmed
Whew,
in someone's
good.
backyard.
That's it. We'll just
Yeah.
throw it on. And I
That's
was like,
awful.
okay.
That's awful.
So again, I don't recommend it, but
Yeah.
I'm not like, I'll never discourage anybody from like, don't see it, man.
It wasn't that
watch
bad.
that. Like, it wasn't that bad.
it's
It's
good to
not
know.
17% bad.
That's crazy. That's
Like,
so
there
crazy.
was some fun. The female lead was like really good in it too, and I even liked the brother. He's another, not famous. I think he's
who
a
is it?
European.
Oh,
famous.
Okay.
Like, he did like everyone did good.
Yeah,
It's just there was no enjoyment in the movie, the story.
that's
And
a
I
bummer.
kept trying to see, like, could I see Spider-Man in here? I'm like, probably. Could I see Venom showing up? Yeah, probably.
Interesting.
Probably.
I don't.
But like,
We'll see.
if Sony came out tomorrow, it's like, hey guys, we're done.
Yeah,
not like,
you'd be fine.
we'll get a Venom 3 out there, but that's gonna be about it. We're gonna wrap it up after that. But
We'll move on.
All right.
We'll move on after in the
No-
Spider-Man universe. We'll move
No
on.
fighting, no nothing.
As far as like because again they're trying to do all these anti-heroes, right? And so it's
Yeah.
like, well, maybe you just go with a straight villain story, and then make Spider-Man fight that villain.
Again, it's just another situation where if you don't know what's going on, but you just make stuff anyways, that's why it's bad.
Exactly. I
You
agree.
have a plan.
I
If
completely
you
agree.
have ingredients for a meal
yeah,
and you know what you're going to make, it's probably fine.
Right.
If you're like, I'll just throw something together and you're not really sure,
you better hope for the best.
yeah, you could probably eat it. But like, if you knew what the hell was going on, it'd probably be a lot better.